Hey everyone, Magic Bacon TV here. So today I wanted to talk about something that's kind of been killing YouTube, and that's cracking. So yeah, now I'm going to explain to you guys what's been happening and tell you guys my opinions on it and stuff. And yeah, so without further ado, guys, let's get into this. So in case you guys have been living under a rock and don't know what's been happening, YouTube has been demonetizing a lot of channels, which basically means that, hey, you put all this effort into this video, but because you swore a lot, you can't make any money off of it. And I'm going to be telling you my opinions on it and stuff. And so that's basically just a really good rundown of what's been happening. A lot of YouTubers have been getting hit with this, a lot of commentary channels especially, Boogie2988, Mr. Repsion, I think Leafy ended up getting it, Philip DeFranco. So yeah, just a lot of content creators in general are getting hit with this demonetization hammer, and it's honestly just really bad and really hinders freedom of speech. Now, first thing, my opinions on this, YouTube, why? Like, people have gone so long, making money, making this their career, their livelihood, their entire lives are built off of this, yet it's really hindering their freedom of speech. And it's really saying, hey, you want to express your opinion, put all this effort into this video, but because of this one aspect that's completely irrelevant, like, and I do see, like, where they're coming from, like, they don't want hate speech, like, oh, like, people are saying, like, really racist things or really just hateful, prejudice-based things. It's really, like, obviously, yeah, you shouldn't be able to make money off of that, but YouTube is, like, just hitting people who, like, even have, like, one cuss word, like, in the description. Like, I really don't understand it. Like, I would compare this a lot to 1984, that amazing book, 1984. And basically what it was is, one of the things that, you couldn't do in the book was thought crime. Like, it actually, you thinking a certain way was beyond you because thought crime existed. With this, it's kind of like that, because YouTube, what it's turning into is trying to appeal to all the kids out there, and yeah, I could kind of see that, but it's extremely pointless, because doesn't YouTube have a YouTube Kids app? Like, why would you want, hey, all this kid-friendly content here on main YouTube, but don't you actually have, like, a YouTube Kids app? Like, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, and honestly, like, I personally don't make any money off my videos, but for the creators out there that do, this is really gonna, kind of just a giant FU to the people who make these sorts of videos, because I do make commentaries, a lot of these commentary channels, it does take a bit of effort to actually do it, and a lot of you guys may say, oh, just get a real job, get off YouTube, stop doing YouTube, it's not a real job. But in reality, it does take some effort, because a lot of these commentaries, there was a lot of script writing involved, a lot of editing involved, and on top of that, you gotta deal with all the death threats, I'm sure that's fun, but obviously, that's not always part of it, but there is a lot of effort involved, and you're working around the clock just to barely make ends meet, it's not really fair to YouTube, a lot of these content creators too, they're making YouTube money. Like, not YouTube revenue, but they're making like 45 or 40% of their earnings actually end up going to YouTube. So now YouTube is saying, hey, F you, you don't get any more money. We're gonna go squeeze all the money off these toy channels that probably view by, I'm just saying, but that's the last video. And it's just really, like, disheartening, I could see, to, like, a creator. Let's say, like, I had, I don't know, like 500,000 subscribers, and I made a lot of money off my videos, and I made YouTube a lot of money. I have a lot of money, saved up for college, and just buy all this stuff, really helps me as a content creator, really just helps make my life easier. It kind of sucks, like, hey, you made us all this money, F you, go away. Like, it really, and YouTube too, something I found really funny was the fact that here we're gonna take a look at the community, the advertiser friendly guidelines. Okay, we're gonna take a look at that. We're gonna read them off, and we're gonna see what we think. Okay, so here we go, guys. Advertiser friendly content guidelines. So let's see, content that is considered inappropriate for advertising, content that is considered not advertiser friendly, includes but is not limited to sexually suggestive content, including partial nudity or sexual humor. I get the first two, but the sexual humor thing, like, what? Like, you get demonetized for that? I can get the first two, because like the booby streamers on Twitch that just do nothing but get a lot of donations. Let's say they start moving to YouTube. Yeah, I could understand that. violence, including display of serious injury or events related to violent extremism. I could see that one too, because obviously, if ISIS is making a video just, beheading people, but if you have, like, a video titled, oh, ISIS did this, this, and this, and you're just talking about it and talking about your opinions, that's kind of like, and you would probably get hit with that demonetization hammer. Is YouTube going to know what to demonetize and what to keep monetized? Like, is that going to know? Because YouTube is notorious for being automated, so what's to stop it from being automated now, where it's not going to be able to tell what they can and can't or what they should or shouldn't demonetize by these guidelines? Let's see, inappropriate language, including harassment, profanity, and vulgar language. We'll get to that one later. Promotion of drugs and regulated substances, including selling and use and abuse of such. Okay, yeah, I understand that one completely. Controversial sensitive subjects, including subjects related to war, political conflicts, natural disasters, and tragedies, even if graphic imagery is not shown. What? Like, controversial or sensitive subject? Okay, so we gotta be politically correct. Like, we can't say the wrong opinion. Like, I'm gonna reference back to 1984. If you, like, thought the wrong way about this person, like Big Brother, for example, you would get, like, chastised to the end of the earth. You would get booed. You would get things thrown at you. You would get screamed at. That's those kinds of things. Is YouTube gonna do that now? Like, it's punishing you for thinking the wrong way? Because in a way, that's what it is, And then inappropriate language, including harassment, profanity, and vulgar language. I could see harassment, profanity, and vulgar language. No, because a vulgar language, that needs context. Like, 9 times out of 10, that's gonna need context. Like, if I'm saying vulgar language, which I don't in my videos, but if I say, like, vulgar language, and then, there's no context to it, where is YouTube gonna pick that up? Like, like, obviously, like I said before, it's all automated, and it really hinders freedom of speech, and it really, it's not saying, like, oh, you can't make these videos entirely, but like I said, for a lot of these content creators, it's their lives, it's how they make their money, so it's just, like, they can't do that. Like, you can't place, like, adult, like, friendly ads, like, let's say, like, beer commercials, for example. You can't just, like, place those on quote-unquote non-advertiser friendly ads, which is basically, hey, if you don't make toy channels or Minecraft Let's Plays with absolutely no swearing whatsoever and no violent themes or whatsoever, you're freaking, it's not fair to a lot of creators who put a lot, like, days worth of effort into their videos, a lot of editing, a lot of script writing, a lot of just thinking overall, that put the effort into those videos, and they barely get by. They're getting, they're working around the clock 7 days a week to, kind of, like, support themselves with YouTube, and then YouTube wants to stop that. It's really destroying what made YouTube, and like I said before, YouTube has a YouTube Kids app, so why does it, really need to, like, make kid-friendly content if it already has that on a separate application? So, at the end of the day, conclusion here, guys, YouTube's demonetization, it's completely pointless because it has a YouTube Kids app already where all you see is toy channels and Minecraft Let's Plays. That's literally it. 2, it's a big FU to content creators who put a lot of effort and a lot of money into their videos that support themselves just to get blocked by YouTube, just to get a giant cock block in their face by YouTube. It just really sucks for them too, because, if YouTube was my life and then all of a sudden YouTube said, hey, you can't make these types of videos anymore, I would get pretty upset and I would get pretty disheartened to do YouTube anymore, just to express freedom of speech. And 3, this really hinders freedom of speech, When I, say something, or when I say something on the internet, I don't want to, be punished for that. Obviously, if I'm, like, harassing people saying, hey, I'm going to send 1,000 pizzas to your house, I have your address, obviously, yeah, that's going to be pretty bad. But me just, like, saying vulgar language or talking about sensitive subjects, like, that, like, I will get punished for that? Like, it's just like North Korea, here's my theory, actually. North Korea took over YouTube, like, YouTube actually released the interview for free, and now YouTube, they're under fire by North Korea, so, yeah, guys, that's it, guys, hashtag save YouTube from North Korea. But yeah, just YouTube, I really hope YouTube fixes this, it's not fair, like I said, to a lot of content creators, and it's not fair to free speech to people who just express their opinions, not, like, anything real vulgar or anything, or, like, obviously there may be strong opinions, but, people who put a lot of effort into their content and now can't put that effort in because they're afraid that they're going to get silenced by the site they put their content on. But yeah, guys, so that's just my opinions, I hope that YouTube fixes this, and, yeah, I guess that'll be it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoy it, and, if you guys did, don't forget to drop a like down below, a comment what videos you guys want me to do next, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace, guys.